are voice of the people. We are 90.3 FM. Top of the morning to you, everyone. And welcome to Front Page Review on this super dial. On this mega dial, on this super mega dial. We are voice of the people. We are 90.3 FM. And for those who have been asking themselves, hey, what have I achieved this year? What did I achieve this year? You achieved so much, okay? Hear me and hear me well. Remember those who achieved almost everything this year, but they're no more. How about that? Take a chill pill. When there is life, thank you. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. I'm here because you're there. And of course, I'm set to dish out all of the headlines that I have for you today, courtesy Punch newspaper, Vanguard, Daily Trust, Daily Post, The Nation, several other newspapers this morning. All right? I want to give you the information that you need, as usual. I'll be here from now up until 8:30 a.m. Stay with me, Nigeria. Let's take a walk together. Don't forget, Rufai Yosene will be joining me pretty soon after dishing out all of the headlines, and then Prince Chilaka will follow suit. All right? Exactly. And then much later, the studio lines will be open for you to contribute. All right? First, to call in directly, the number is 0700 903 903 903. 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Again, WhatsApp number, a WhatsApp portal is also open. 081 717 56338. All right? Feel very free to join the conversation, and let's make it robust again this morning. All right? Yeah. But you know what? If you're writing, please make it brief. Keep it civil. Yeah, that's what I want. Thank you so much. Let's take a walk, everyone. All right, to Daily Post newspaper now. Yeah, we'll begin the journey there. Daily Post newspaper. On insecurity, don't shut schools, protect them. Galadima tells Nigerian government, don't shut schools, protect them, protect them. UK rejects Nigeria's request to transfer Ekweremadu. And then bandits claim Kebbi, Niger abductions, vow more attack on soldiers and politicians. It's getting messier, right? Bandits claim Kebbi, Niger abductions, vow more attacks on soldiers and politicians. And then former councillors reject reports of Governor Mutswang's plan to join APC. NFSS seeks government backing to tackle rising security threat in Kano. Yeah, that's what it is. ADC scoffs at Tinubu's order withdrawing police from VIPs. And then, most terrible, Rotimi Amechi built railway to Niger Republic instead of Port Harcourt, says Oshiomole. He says most terrible. Rotimi Amechi built railway to Niger Republic instead of Port Harcourt. He can't fix his party, let alone Nigeria. Oshiomole blasts Atiku Abubakar. Accord Party, possible platform for Adeleke's re-election, says Oyinlola. ADC faction opposes Atiku's membership. A faction. Exactly. Okay. To Punch newspaper now. Let me give you some more. Kidnapping crisis. Governors convene emergency session. Schools lockdowns rise. Governors convene emergency session as schools lockdowns rise. Ondo Varsity slashes tuition by 50%, excludes medicine and law. George's absence stalls Natasha's cybercrime trial. Study find toxic chemicals in packaged water in Lagos and others. Tinubu rejects use of machineries in counter-terrorism efforts. Tinubu rejects use of mercenaries in counter-terrorism efforts. Trump's return. Trump's return. AI boom. Other global event has shaped 2025. On strike now. ASU, NEC, to review federal government's final terms tomorrow. Police tighten security in Lagos, schools, and of course, worship centers. Constitution review moves to 36 states assemblies. 2027 presidency, Atiku's ADC registration sparks storm. UK rejects Nigeria's request to transfer Ekweremadu. I'll give you some more stories now, some more political stories. ADC faction rejects Atiku's membership, says registration not recognized. Real opposition has begun, says Atiku as he picks ADC membership card. Atiku finally joins ADC, registers with party in Adamawa. ADC insists party can win 2027 elections without sitting governors. PDP, APC trade words in Zamfara after Tinubu sends Matawali to Kebbi. Okay, I will leave here again quickly and then move quickly to Daily Trust newspaper. On insecurity, the time for state police has come. Southwest governors speaking. The time for state police has come. Southwest governors speaking. Nigeria's security challenge beyond police. ADC tells Tinubu beyond police, beyond police. So don't recruit 30,000. It's okay. Moving on. Military's approach to insecurity not working. Kebbi governor. Police withdrawal order. Shehu Sani, ADC demand immediate implementation. What Atiku's ADC registration means, according to party and analysts speaking there, what it means. I would also ask Prince Chilaka, what it means, his own opinion. Okay, let's move on first. 2027, how ministers' endorsement of Barrow sparked rift in Kano APC. On constitutional review, National Assembly targets year-end for transition to states. 4 more to go here. Nigeria is bleeding. Obi decries widespread insecurity. Bauchi shuts down all schools over security concerns. Is school closure the only answer to students' abductions? It's a very big question, courtesy Daily Thrust newspaper this morning. Is that the only solution? Okay. All right, let me give you some more stories now. We're moving gradually to Vanguard newspaper. Withdrawal of escorts, fear grips VIPs as police plan modalities. Southwest governors to federal government, state police, forest guards will curb insecurity. Southwest governors to federal government, it says state police, forest guards will curb insecurity. And then Kebbi, Niger schools abductions, US to share intel, demands action. US to share intel, demands action. All right, moving on. Naira appreciates to 1,465 Naira per dollar in the parallel market. Okay, let's see more now. DSS DG releases suspected IPOB member detained since 2002, or rather 2022. DSS DG releases suspected IPOB member detained since 2022. Bandits launch fresh attack on Kwara community. Fresh attack is what they say. Okay? And then let's see. If Atiku couldn't build PDP, he can't fix Nigeria, says Adam Oshiomhole. ADC criticizes Tinubu's VIP police withdrawal as mere political theater. The Sun newspaper is next. Quite sunny with headlines. Insecurity. Nigeria strikes deal with the US. Ayeni rejects out of court settlement with Adaobi. Insists on full public trial. No extension for ground rent payment. Wike warns. And then, don't shut schools, protect them. Galadima urges federal government. How we police the Anambra Gubapo with tech. And then, we are edging towards self-sufficiency with increased IGR. Gombe Budget Commissioner is the one speaking. And then Suludo re-elected to turn Anambra to Dubai. As promised, Emeka speaking. Okay. Nasarawa 2027, ex-Governor Adamu stresses respect for elders. And then Nasarawa Assembly set to pass 2025 supplementary budget of 92.2 billion. Finally, to the Nation newspaper, a couple of headlines here before we join Rufai Yoseni. Constitution Review Panel targets before year-end transition of amendment bills to state assemblies. I take that again. Constitution Review Panel targets before year-end transition of amendment bills to state assemblies. And then UK declines Nigeria's request for Equity Matters transfer. First Lady seeks safe digital spaces for women and girls. Veteran journalist Bayo Oshiemi dies at 75. And then here is the big one also that struck me so hard yesterday. Reggae icon Jimmy Cliff dies at 81. And for me, he has finally crossed the last river. Many rivers to cross. May his soul rest in peace. 3 more here to go. Southwestern joint moves to prevent terrorists and incursion in region. Nigeria, US agree on new cooperation framework. Okay. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM, everyone. Feel free to join the conversation. Yes, on YouTube, it's VOP 90.3 FM. Like I said, it's VOP 90.3 FM on YouTube. Let's have a robust conversation this morning. This time around, we go join Rufai Oseni for analysis of these stories. Stay there.
The opposition also needs to be able to look for strategies to be able to do a lot more, for the people. And take, for instance, in doing that, we even need to see opposition debates. We even need to see the ideas. It's not just about Atiku and Waka saying, oh, I'm going to pick up my ADC membership card today. I'm going to go to the ADC and all of that. But the question is, what are their own ideas? What ideas will they bring to solving the problem? I had a couple of interviews. I had interviews with Frank Couture, where he was telling me that there's been allegations of complicity of the military in all of this insecurity debacle. So the question is, what are we doing as regards that? What are we doing to bring those mentioned these allegations to book? What are we doing? There are thousands of businesses being destroyed in the southeast and every part of the country. What are we doing? So I like the fact, that Lady Nadine Ibro is saying that insecurity should be solved. Yes, we love that. But we need to also go one step further to be able to say, the perpetrators of this insecurity. And how do we stop them? Those that fund this insecurity, how do we stop them? The 13 teenage girls that have been abducted now in the Sikira Uba local government area of Borno State. What do we do to get them back? So these are the questions we keep asking on government. As regards the monetary policy meetings, to a large extent, I think they're going to cut more rates because since the inflation is coming down, but my little challenge with the inflation numbers coming down is that they reduced the rate at which they measure inflation. So there's something called the weighted average, and the inflation basket, it takes about 50%, they reduce it to 40%. And if you reduce the weighted average, obviously inflation will be able to come down. So that's just my quibble with it. But let's see the expectations for monetary policy, if they're going to ease rates and things like that. Nigeria imports 98% of the wheat it uses in bread making. Also a testament to these problems, in the country. That Nigeria is increasingly importing wheat. The funny thing about wheat is, do you know that there are local varieties that people can plant? In fact, I was talking to the former president of African Development Bank, and he was telling me about the fact that in Ethiopia they're going to ramp up wheat production to an extent where they are reducing their burden on imports. 5 police officers killed in gun duel with bandits in Bauchi. That's another sad one. So 5 police officers killed in gun duel. Troops are arresting suspected kidnappers negotiating 20 million ransom in Taraba. And we also know that President Tinubu is holding extended security meetings over rising attack. We saw the pictures yesterday where he was meeting with security operatives. But a lot more needs to be done. The 50 out of the over 300 students have escaped captivity in the Niger incident. Yes, but a lot more needs to be done. They escaped does not mean that others are not still in captivity. The case of Chibok girls, I still let you actually know that after so many years, there are still many Chibok girls that are away in captivity that nobody even talks about. Out of over 200 of them, it was just over, that died. I said that died, that was rescued, beg your pardon. So, it's still a very sad one. And this is part of the stories that are making the rounds that is hurting a lot of people. And if we can just find succor to the people, it will make life a whole lot better for a lot of us. There's still also the issue of, there's still also the issue of Nest Oil, 1 billion. Nest Oil and First Bank, the debacle back and forth. Finally, they've now given the building that belonged to Nest Oil. Anyway, Nest Oil said the building didn't belong to them, but the building associated with them, they've not given the building back to them after they won in the Federal High Courts. And they're saying that First Bank, Access Bank, Zenith Bank risk imprisonment over disobedience to court order. Because after the court order, there's still a level, over disobedience. Because after the court order, they didn't quickly give them back the building. In fact, the court order from the Federal High Court of saying that they should return the building to them was not quickly adhered to. So that wrangling went on for a while. And finally, before they gave them back the building. So, it just shows the level of at which things go in our country. To respect culture, that is a big problem, and we call ourselves a democracy. and all of that. So it's just another sad one. Talks are currently on as regards the future of Ukraine, and that's a conversation going on. Talks are currently on as regards the future of Ukraine, and let's see how that pans out. Anyway, part of the deal is not going to be in favor of Ukraine. The deal is just going to sway towards Russia. They're saying Ukraine should increase the military capacity, should in fact reduce their military capacity. But I'm happy the likes of the American delegates there, led by Marco Rubio, are speaking to the Ukrainians, and to a large extent, they're trying to also hear the Ukrainian side of the story and to be able to bring help and succor, to them at a time like this. So these are some of the challenges and the problems going on as regards what's happening.
So a couple of more stories making the rounds. You see, the government keeps saying, we've increased federal allocation to states. But despite that fact, the states have now gone on a debt spree of over 1.06 trillion. So we can now see that despite the more money being given to the states, nothing is happening as regards that. The states cannot still cut their thoughts according to their size, and they've not still provided the dividends of democracy for the people they govern over. So you can see
turn left towards London Road,
the states as we speak in all of this matter. And you see the complicity of the states is very large and far-reaching. Very large, very far-reaching, very daunting. I think Abubakar has finally switched over to ADC. Let's see if we bring due governance. Let's see if we bring due opposition, because as we speak today, Nigeria is begging and it's crying. Very vital. More states in the north are beginning to shut down schools as a result of insecurity. And you see, in a country, when people start to shut down schools as a result of insecurity, it's not indicative of the fact that the war against crime and banditry is being lost. Because when you look at it, more states shutting down schools. Just today, we have a case of 13 teenage girls in Berlin that was kidnapped. So we're just having the repeated case of insecurity. But the big question is, what's government doing about it? At least, yes, we're able to get back the people from Kwara and some other people. But the question is, are we going to have this level of insecurity keep persisting in the country? So I think these are the due questions we need to ask this government. And when we talk about it, you see, the sad part is the fact of propaganda. Oh, it's not killings. Oh, it's not Christian genocide. Oh, it's not this, it's not that. So what is it? Should it be a case that schools should be shut down because of killings in a country where Section 2, Section 14, Section 2B in the Constitution talks about repeatedly the role of the government to protect the people? So should that be the order of the day? You see, these are the questions we increasingly ask this government. And like President Tinubu said, anybody that cannot solve the problem, when he was talking to Jonathan about 10 years ago, he should definitely say he cannot do it. And put in his resignation. And that's what Peter B is saying, that the nation is bleeding. Are we blind enough to wait to see that the nation is bleeding? Are we blind enough not to be able to see the destruction of the lives and property going on? I mean, these are things that are crystal clear and are very obvious to see. So the earlier we start demanding accountability, we start asking questions, very tough questions, the very deep questions, the very probing questions, the earlier and the better it is for us. Because if we don't do that, the nation will move forward. We keep wallowing, keep having problems, keep moving on, keep crying, and keep pain.
So some story making around getting to us is saying that the Nigerian government did try to go get, sort of like an agreement with the UK so that the UK will release Igekwe Madwa and will come and serve the remainder of his prison time here. But I think the UK is not ready to play ball as regards that, and there's been some back and forth as regards that. But let's see, what happens in the coming days. Now we'll be talking about the case of Ezra Olubi, the man that co-founded Paystack. There were allegations of sexual impropriety against him, and he's been sacked from the company today. And he came out to say that the sack was not fair because that investigation was still on as regards what was happening and all of that. And it's a very shocking one, owing to the fact that Ezra co-founded a very big company that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. In fact, based on some analysis I've done, the remainder of shares that they have in that company between him and his partner, I think Shola, should be worth over $70 million, worth of shares. But some tweets surfaced from yesteryears, from many years ago, where he was talking about very corny sexual jokes, and his former partner in this something called a polycule revealed his secret and talked about sexual impropriety with a junior staff. So he's saying he's going to go to court. Let's see how all of that process pans out. But that's a big blow to a tech company. By the time they bought them in about 3-4 years ago, the company was worth over 200 million. But today, Stripe is definitely worth a lot more, and that deal has definitely increased in size. So if they have some shares in Stripe because of the deal, then definitely it makes them very, very rich and wealthy. So let's see how that story pans out in the coming days. The conversation is on as regards that, and we'll see what will. And I think it is the height of unfairness and injustice for the Lagos APC to say this terrorism thing that is going on, that President Tinubu is trying to fix what PDP couldn't do in 16 years. Don't they have shame? Has it not been 10 years that APC took power? Why can't they fix terrorism? Because these were the same people that said Jonathan knew next to nothing, that they had all the answers to the problems. And now they're having the effrontery to say that President Tinubu is trying to undo all the wrongs that PDP did in 16 years as regards terrorism. Do these people even think at all when they talk? Do they think? Do they even hear the words that come out of their mouth? APC has been incumbent for 10 years. President Tinubu next year will be his third year. 2027 will be his fourth year. He's already over 50% gone on his presidential term. His party cumulatively that called Jonathan names and said couldn't fix the security problem, that once he gets in, they will fix it. His party has done 10 years. They came in 2015. This is 2025. So a party that has done 10 years, and President Tinubu that has done 3 years out of it, they say they want to fix the wrongs of the 16 years. So what have they been doing in that 10 years they've been in power? You see, Nigeria's leadership system, sometimes I look and I say, it's very sad the kind of leadership people get. Should I say people deserve the kind of leadership they get? I'm not going to say that also, because when you say that, the people will also say that. How can you say that? Because elections do not count. You can see manipulation in ballot boxes. There was technical glitch in the last presidential election. Till today, INEC has not told us what constitutes technical glitch. So we can't even say people deserve the leaders they get. Because when they even come out and vote, how will their vote count in the first place? Their votes can just be routed by technical glitch. And many years down the line, INEC could not get to tell you what really constitutes a technical glitch in an electoral system. And they are not saying, okay, let's even do the elections again. And it's only the presidential elections and the technical glitch affects on that same day. All the other elections, during the Senate elections, the House of Assembly elections, the House of Rep elections, nothing happened to those elections. It was only the presidential elections. So when we even say people deserve the kind of leaders they get, no, because to a large extent, technical glitch and all sorts of things happen on the elections, and there's no transparency and accountability enough to be able to tell the Nigerian people what transpired. But I think the APC in Lagos that made that statement, I think they really got it wrong. All of this insecurity, even heightened under the APC, even heightened under President Tinubu's administration, I think it's incumbent on President Tinubu to look for ways to fix it.
Okay.
Look for ways to fix it. We know those that keep perpetrating the evil here and there. We know those that are supporting the bandits that are making a case for the bandits. Shegumi is one of them. He makes very strong argument for people that hurt other people.
Thank you.
Bandits.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we should stop deceiving ourselves in this country if we want the country to move forward and do well.
All right. Thank you so much, Rufai Yosini. Let's get back to the studio where Prince Chilaka is already here with me. Good morning to you, Prince Chilaka.
Good morning, Judy.
Good morning to you. Let's take it up from there. Talking about bandits. Bandits claim Kebbi, Niger abductions. And then that's not all. This time around, vow more attacks on soldiers and politicians.
Well, what would one say, other than the fact that we are faced with a failed system. We are faced with a situation where bandits, non-state actors, are beginning to threaten the livelihood of Nigeria. Everybody thought it was just for the ordinary people in the streets, in the villages, but now they're boarding up. They've come out to say, look, we're going to start dealing with military men. We're going to start dealing with politicians. We're going to kidnap your president. I mean, that for me is the height of it. Everybody could laugh about it. We could all
without any form of fear.
Yes, on TikTok, as in, it was more like having a national broadcast, international broadcast, so to say. And people may laugh about it. People may say they're just wasting the time. But we see what's going on. We know what's going on. We see how people are being kidnapped on a daily basis. We see how people are being killed. You saw how a one-star general was just killed like a chicken, and all of that. So it's not. I don't think any serious Nigerian would take that statement just lying low. For anybody to do that, it means that they have information you and I don't have, and that is why the likes of Sheikh Gumi, who keeps advocating for them, who keeps saying negotiate with them, and I keep asking Sheikh Gumi and others who are sympathetic to this set of human beings, what are going to be the terms of negotiation? Where do we even start to negotiate with them? We're not talking about communal issue now, where two communities are fighting over one land or the other. No, but we're just talking about people who came from nowhere and want to take over your ancestral home, which they have done so much. In the north, they've taken over a lot of ancestral homes. And that is why people are living in IDP camps. There's no excuse for any Nigerian to live in IDP camp in this country. So it means that government has failed the people. Government has not been able to, hold on to the tenets of the obnoxious 1999 Constitution, which it says protection of life and property. So anybody who wakes up from sleep and say, let us negotiate, let us listen to them, I mean, honestly, that person is not being fair to the locals, as we want to say, the Nigerian people.
One big question is, Prince Chilaka, schools are shutting down in parts of the north. And we begin to ask questions. Is school closure the only way or the only answer to this in Nigeria? If we shut all the schools in Nigeria, east, west, north, and south.
It's because we do not have the intel, we do not have the capacity to deal with these people. I mean, if we have the capacity and intel to deal with them, Jude, I mean, you and I know that this kind of thing cannot be happening. We should go back memory lane and ask ourselves, how did we get to this point? It is only when you know the root cause of a problem that you begin to profess solutions. So the government should be able to say, how did we get here? And like Rufai said, people who come up and say, giving excuses, the government is trying to undo what PDP did. I mean, PDP has gone to rest for how many years now? We had 8 years of late Buhari. We're having how many years? So in other words, are you telling me now that it is when APC gets to 16 years that they have been able to solve the problem of Nigeria? We have been told that names of those sponsoring terrorists have been given to the presidency. I wouldn't say to Buhari. It was given to him not as Buhari, late Buhari, but given to him as the president. So, and the governance is a continuum. So where is that list? Why is it that government is finding it difficult to publish that list?
You know, people have been calling on the federal government to release those names. But it'd be like saying no go happen. Not now. Not now.
And if it is not happening, then it means that the government, to a large extent, is also part of the problem.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because the government that is, trying to hide the identity of those who are causing problem is conniving with them. There is no other thing. There is no other way to look at it. There is no other way to look at it.
I listened to some conversation that says if whatever Trump wants to do in Nigeria, he should start with those names. Because you can't fight those.
There's Bayo Adenuga gave out a press release yesterday, and
Ononuga.
Bayo Ononuga, yes, he gave out a press release yesterday, and a lot of us are asking questions. The press release you gave, is it in agreement with what was discussed in the U.S.? Because we're hearing a different thing. We're hearing a different thing. The American government is saying, we will work with you. And I vividly have heard and read that they said two major conditions. I'm sure you're aware of it. They said, one, the guy that was sentenced to death for killing, defending himself, should be released. And that two, the government should come out with a plan on how they intend to disarm these guys. Now, in that press release, Bayo did not talk about it. And so you ask yourself, why is government always trying to give us half-truth? Tell us what was discussed. And since that yesterday, a lot of videos have been coming out, regarding the meeting they had. So is it that, I'll keep asking, is it that government has agreed in principle that there's a genocide?
Okay.
Or is it that their own perspective of what they're saying is their own understanding of what they think the American government is saying? But I think that, the right thing for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do right now is to begin to release names of those who are sponsoring banditry, terrorism in the country. This is the best way to start from. If we know those who are sponsoring them and we begin to call them out, then a lot of things change. But I can assure you, banditry, terrorism has become a serious business in Nigeria. People are making a lot of money from it. Now, we're talking about the 35 CSC church members that were released. And then the question I'm also asking the IGP of police and the chief of army staff is, what happened to those who abducted them? Were they killed?
For where?
So what happened? Or they just, was it that they just woke up and say, you guys can go? We need to know. We have a right to know as citizens. I mean, I've seen videos that have broken my heart where bandits come armed to the feet for a meeting with government officials. And you see government officials coming with policemen and nobody gets arrested. So what is going on? Are we saying that there are two definitions of terrorism in Nigeria? Terrorism of a man who they claim incited the public by his speech and he gets a life sentence. And then the terrorism of a man who kidnaps, kills, and is walking free. So we need to know what is going on. Government need to be sincere with the Nigerian people. If the hands of Mr. President is tied, he should let us know who have tied the hands so we can help him to loosen the hands. Because it's no longer funny. Things are getting bad on a daily basis. Do you know what it means for children not to go to school? It's like saying the next generation of Nigerians will not be educated. And it doesn't add up in any way to the development of this country.
As part of the solutions, yesterday the Southwest governors declared that this time is a time for the country to establish state police. You know, the time has come to have state police in Nigeria. You know, the governors also drew the federal government's attention to what they called urgent need for enhanced forest surveillance, forest surveillance, and of course across the region. Now, just yesterday, a couple of persons called me and they were scared. What they said was, is it true that these guys have infiltrated Oyo, Ogun, and they are in Lagos and all of that? So I had to you take my time to just douse the tension and tell them, no, just relax, all right? And but the fear is that these guys are already around.
Well, if you
and so the governors are talking about state police immediately.
You know, if
guard the forest.
No, even when you talk about state police, the ones you already have, are they well trained? The ones you already have, are they being fully utilized?
And the president don't order them to come back home now. The ones with the outside. Let's come back home and re-strategize.
You know that statement by Mr. President for me is like it's just rhetoric. Let's just say it. Because as of yesterday, I still saw policemen all over the place escorting trucks, escorting individuals. You have mobile policemen. What are they trained for? Jude, mobile policemen are trained for first line defense in terms of riot, in terms of things that the ordinary police cannot handle. Where are mobile policemen? Most of them are doing security guards in hotels, in banks, individual homes. So what are we talking about? These are people you should actually send out. It is when the mobile policemen cannot do it that you call out the military. The only thing that the Nigerian police is good for is mounting checkpoints where they don't need to mount checkpoints. And that's the truth. So we cannot have taxpayers' money being expended on the security architecture and no result is coming. Nobody in Nigeria sleeps with their two eyes closed today. Nobody.
I think ADC also told President Tinubu recently that the Nigerian security challenge is beyond the police. Forget police for this matter.
If the army cannot do it, what would the police do? Police, as it is today in Nigeria, the what they call area boys, don't fear the police. They don't.
It's as if you were here yesterday. I don't think you also said the same thing yesterday.
They don't fear the police. I'm telling you the truth. Oshodi here. If your car breaks down at Oshodi and you carry a policeman or the policeman is passing and you say, okay, please, I need your help. He will abandon you and take a walk because those guys will not respect him. They will even tell him to leave the scene. Those boys are even more afraid of LASMA than the Nigerian policemen. I'm telling you from experience. The only people they fear when your car breaks down and they see a military man, they will not come close. But if it is police, they will even tell the policeman to take a walk. but they fear last man to some extent. Maybe because people, like we've always said, most of the people in last man are just like their colleagues. But truth be told, when I was growing up in Lagos, when I was growing up in Lagos, if you hear police coming, nobody will tell you to run. You will run on your own. But today, you hear police coming, they will stand and wait for the policeman. It's not only in Lagos, it's across the entire country. Go to Onitsha, you have the same situation. It is because the people are so used to the police that they find out that these are people we share money with. And that's where the problem is. The police has been reduced to nothing. Where you see, policemen carrying white men and they are coming with their car, they want to push you off the road.
Really?
They want to push you off the road. You see policemen escorting Chinese men, and maybe when you pass, they'll just tell you, hey, go back. Well, I mean, what is wrong? And then these are the kind of people you want to go and fight, these bandits that are fully armed, these bandits that look more coordinated than the Nigerian army. No. Something is wrong somewhere. And that is why I've always insisted that this whole idea of reintegration, rehabilitation, it needs to stop.
The Lagos State Commissioner of Police, CP Jimo, has said that the command has intensified, deployments to schools, worship centers, and all of that. Let me look at that story very well. Okay, yeah, that's it. He said that the command has intensified deployments to schools, worship centers, and other public places to prevent security breaches. He was talking yesterday at the command headquarters in Ikeja while addressing newsmen. He assured residents that the states remain safe, adding that the new development would be carried out throughout the ember month into the new year. I'm just trying to let everyone know that the police has tightened security in Lagos schools and, of course, worship centers. That's what the CP has come out to tell us yesterday.
It's not about deploying policemen, Jude. It's about how well equipped are these policemen. How well equipped are they? You deploy policemen with baton? Is that what we're talking about? You deploy policemen that are looking hungry? You see, the government itself needs to begin to have a rethink about the Nigerian police in terms of their welfare.
That's another side?
Yes, in terms of providing insurance for them. If somebody is meant to secure your life, you must treat that person well. If you have in your house, you have a gate man and you're not taking care of the gate man, he'll be the one to set you up.
People don't know this.
We need to look at, where do these policemen live? How much do they earn? Do you know why policemen would prefer to be escorting VIPs? Because they get better pay. They get better dash tokens. That's the point. That's the truth. This one that Christmas is approaching, you will see that 90% of the policemen will be, all the DPOs will sign them out to private individuals, and nothing will happen.
And their money will come from now.
Exactly. Nothing. When this IGP Egbetoku came, when he first came into, was it 2023? Yes. I remember the first instruction he gave was the withdrawal of all policemen from VIPs. What happened thereafter? Severally, he has given instruction, no checkpoints. In the 21st century, you are mounting checkpoints. What are your vehicles doing? Why don't you put proper gadgets, vehicles, motorbikes on the highways? If there is for instance, if there is a traffic, say between Sele and Oshodi, Jude, in the night, do you know that you will not see one single policeman? You will not see one. I think 2 days back, there was it last week, Friday, there was a very serious traffic between Sele and my Andushud here. Watertight. You see these boys harassing people on the road. A man's car broke down. I think had a tire issue. He went to fix his tire. Do you know that they refused the man to put the tire back? They were asking the man to drop 20,000 naira.
You see, this issue is another very crazy one in Lagos. Once your vehicle, oh God,
they were asking them. You will see the way they were almost 30 of them.
But why? Why?
Because
like this
the police are not doing what they're supposed to do. Nigeria is the only country where policemen close by 5 p.m., 6 p.m. They've left everywhere. 5 p.m., 6 p.m. They've gone.
Will you blame them?
Why won't I blame them? What are they paid for? That is what they signed up for. 24 hours. They have signed for 24 hours. Why are we not utilizing them very well? The only time you see Nigerian police being effective is when they have to go and attack protesters. That's when you know that they have tear gas. They have all sorts. So the protection of life and property is not just for those in villages.
The Agbero matter you mentioned, I also want to ask a question. I don't know. I often ask if the governor is aware of this menace in Lagos.
Why can you be asking such a question?
Because
did they hide? They don't hide. It's just, this is just after to 8 or 2 years to 8. Go to Oshodi now. Pretend your car has broken down. Because now you have last mile people there, you have police people there. Pretend your car has broken down. They will come. I am talking from my own experience. I've had not once, not twice.
Not even Oshodi alone, the entire Lagos.
Anywhere you're driving, your car breaks down. It's like they are hanging everywhere. Mm-hmm. It's like they have radio communication. They just come in. Before you know it, they just come. The same way they treat private cars is the same way they treat commercial vehicles. The same way they treat trucks. Even the truck drivers will be worse.
Your motor spoil. Somebody they ask you a order. Say it's spoil. I don't know.
So the thing is that the government needs to do the needful. Let me tell you, when you talk about community policing, it's not just about state policing. Do you know that you can curb this menace in a very simple way? Jude, you know where? How? If there's a directive to all the road union leaders, you know those who are in charge of Oshodi, you know those who are in charge of Sele, you know those who are in charge of Maitu, and you tell them that if there's any armed robbery, if there's any vandalization, if anybody is attacked, you will pick those leaders. They will call them to order. I'm telling you, you cannot move a Tokumbo vehicle from Apapa and pass through Maitu in traffic. They will even help to destroy it more for you. For them, they tell you it is their right.
On insecurity,
there's this new bridge at Second Rainbow, the link bridge.
Okay.
You go on top of the bridge, you see area boys carrying tags, carrying all kinds of pipe, harassing everybody. You see policemen there, and I keep asking, what are policemen doing on top of a bridge? What are they doing on top of the bridge? The bridge is meant to connect you to other areas. What are they doing on top of it? In one side you see policemen parking, on the other hand you see area boys harassing anybody.
And don't forget the Christmas down here.
And then you're telling me you're deploying policemen to churches and mosques and all of that. Curb the nuisance value first, then deploy them.
Still talking insecurity, everyone. Don't shut schools, protect them. Galadima tells Nigerian government, don't shut schools, protect them.
But see, the governors in all these areas, the thing has become too much for them. But yet, these are governors who collect almost 500 million or so, whatever figure they collect every month as security vote. What do they use it for? So when we come and say we want state police, if the ones you have are not being taken care of, if the vote you have as security post, because security vote is not being utilized well, don't you think that we'll have more problem when we have state police? It's just because for instance, LASMA, it's because they have a new management that is thinking out of the box. That is why the harassment has ceased. That is why you don't see people complain so much about LASMA. So now LASMA is beginning to focus more on traffic control. But before now, LASMA was more interested in what? Revenue generation. So we need to define the role people must play in the society for the society to work.
All right. Prince Chilaka, because of our time, we need to run quickly. So many other stories I would love to touch because of my time. It's 8 already. It's 8 already. Oh, let me take this out of the way quickly, everyone. Lagos, join me again. I'll be right back. Just 1 minute. Let me just take this out of the way.
Customer, welcome. What do you want buy?
I want buy changeover. Cut fuse and distribution board made of 100% heavy duty copper.
Oh, come, I get them. See, I'm here.
No, now I'm looking for Slatter Star J cut fuse and distribution board, Nipo cut fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel.
But Oga,
don't worry. I know where to get them. Whether na Star J changeover cut fuse, Slatter distribution board, Nipo cut fuse, Star J solar battery, inverter, MPPT controller, and solar panel, Star J ceiling fan, sockets, all earthen materials. Make you no go do cover-wise pan foolish o. Slatter Star J Indian product na #1 since 1961. Made of 100% heavy-duty solid copper with no compromise. Available in all leading electrical shops nationwide. Slatter Star J, na you Pico.
You are listening to your the number one station. The Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Welcome back, everyone. Quickly now, the president here has rejected the use of machineries in counterterrorism efforts. That news is just coming right now.
You know, the thing is, we all know that Nigerian military, as it stands today, they're doing their best, but it's not giving us the kind of result we want. So for us to curb this menace, we must seek for help. It's very important that we seek for help. We must find help wherever it's available. Because these guys are not relenting. They're becoming more bolder on a daily basis. So if you need a sledgehammer to kill a fly, use it. I think Mr. President should be open to all options right now.
Okay.
It should be open to options. The important thing is to exterminate these guys. So Mr. President must be ready to look at the issues critically and take informed decision.
Rejecting it on one side, I also there's an information reaching me here on Kebbi, Niger school abductions. United States, US to share intel and demands action.
Well, if you say they share intel, yes, for me there's no problem with that. But the problem is how well will we use the intel? Mm-hmm. Who will use the intel? The way it is today, who do you trust in the Nigerian security architecture?
Okay.
Because we need to know. So there needs to be a purge in the system. Serious one. So sharing intel is not just it. If you share the intel and you don't know how to use the intel, what happens? You're back to square one. So for me, I think that the government needs to be more proactive are more forceful in tackling this menace.
Okay. Let me quickly put insecurity aside and let's touch on politics a little. Like I said, my time is just running. I need to talk to the people. They need to talk back and all of that. So, but then Prince Chilaka, Atiku was finally crossed. It's
it's long expected.
For me, I want to ask you what Atiku's ADC registration means at this point.
It means that we're going to begin to see a more formidable opposition. He's no longer nobody's going to stand by the side to say, I'm in opposition. If you're in opposition, come out and let's know you're in opposition.
Okay.
For me, it's a welcome development. I didn't expect Atiku to go back to PDP because already PDP is decimated. Okay. Wike has his own faction. Makinde has his own faction. So as it is, what is he going there to do? And the funny thing is, I remember Wike kept saying that Atiku is the problem of PDP. But now it's obvious that it is he, Wike, that is the problem of PDP. Yes. Because the man has left the party for them. So let's see what they'll come up with the party.
I also hear that ADC faction is opposing Atiku's membership.
Which of the factions?
I don't know.
Faceless faction.
The national leadership of a faction of the ADC led by Nafiu Bala Gombe has clarified the membership status of Atiku Abubakar. We no agree. You no agree. Are you in charge of the party? Do you have the party structure? Nigerian politicians, like I keep saying, it's all about them. It's not about the people. Okay.
When you see a politician making noise all over the place, he just wants to be recognized. He wants to be settled. And that's what it is. So it's not about the Nigerian people. The day Nigerian politicians will start talking about the Nigerian people, that is the day our elections will begin to count.
Look at this. The lawmaker representing Edo North Senatorial District, Adams Oshomole, has criticized Atiku Abubakar so much. Also yesterday, in a national television, Oshomole alleged that Atiku, who cannot fix his party, cannot fix Nigeria's problems.
Which party is he going to fix? Is that the party that they have moles in? Is it the party where Wike is in one leg in, one leg out? Adams Oshomole should calm down. He should go and talk to his own governor. He should go and control what's happening in Edo State. He should go and, he brought the governor. He should go and, I remember, was it a few weeks back, we heard that, the governor was shutting him out. He thinks we don't have our ears on the ground.
He can't fix his party.
Which party does he want to
Nigeria?
Which party does he want him to fix? Which party was Adams Oshomole before? Was he in PDP before? When we see people who use activism to come to power, you just know that they don't have anything to offer.
Prince Chilaka. 0700 903 903 903 is the number to call. Everyone, 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp is 081 717 56338. 081 717 56338. Mind what you say on the national radio. Move away from your radio set or just turn down the volume. 60 seconds for you. All right? Be very, very civil. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Endeavor to move away from your radio set if you want to call in. Yeah, please move away from your radio set. Good morning here. What's your name?
My name is Matthew.
Hello?
My name is Matthew.
Okay. Let's go, Matthew.
I'm calling from Medical.
1 minute.
Okay. They are talking about sharing of information with America. Our problem is not sharing information. We don't know who to share information with. The Nigerian need is infiltrated. We don't know who is who. They wear the same uniform with Boko Haram, with the ISWAP. The general that was executed called for help. We made a call to the Nigerian army. Come and save me. The people we called became the for your information, the more we are ready to fight these terrorists. You see that 400 mobilization,
All right.
arrested and tried.
Thank you so much. Your time is up. Hello, good morning here. What's your name? Hello, good morning. Good morning here. 0700-903-903-903 is the number to call. All right, and 0817175638 is. Hello, good morning. Top of the morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kanajudo.
Good morning to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you.
I can't hear you, but I think you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Let me go ahead.
Your network.
Bandits, a bit terrorists. They came out to say that they want to start to kidnap our politicians and our soldiers there. And they threaten to kidnap our dear president in our dear country. I think that should be a wake-up call to all our politicians to sit up. Because this is not only for a common man like us. So make all our politicians, make they sit down, not as they want to tackle these people. Because these people now, if DSS will go after person who just make common tweets, they feel enter the person house, arrest them. Why they say these people are on Instagram, they are on Twitter, they are on TikTok, they need to go arrest them. Understand? So I think waiting good for the common man should also good for the upper people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That is called what is good for Tom is good for Jerry. All right, let me talk to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good.
Top of the morning to you this morning. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
I can hear you. Go ahead, please. Oh, sorry about that. I can hear you. Once I take a call, just go ahead, okay? Just go ahead and talk to us. Okay, good morning here. What's your name? Where you calling from? Good morning. Oh, okay. All right. Good morning.
I need to go and charge my phone.
Yes, please. You need to charge it. Good morning. All right.
Nothing government trying to their trade they arrest. You know them being down here. They just they government do their work. Nothing they happen. Even we know the thing about police. In short case now say if they arrest us, after 2 days they will come back. So then they get police. I'm not surprised police.
All right.
You see where all these policies they carry motor now, they go now just give them 50 naira. Your matter will back.
Thank
so
you.
They don't need to change.
Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. 0700-903-903-903. Good morning.
My name is Ekame Jude. Good morning, my brother.
Top of the morning to you.
This is Akam. I'm calling from Niger.
Okay.
Please, when you talk about the police, please, police is one of the problems we have in this country. Believe me. They always go after innocent citizens. If you see where they harass ordinary man who will not carry gun, will not get anything, you will know that we don't have police. What we have is people that wears uniform and comes out in the village to harass innocent people. Then secondly, I beg Trump when in the come because I don't already prepare. We don't prepare a place for them. Like where you go here. We don't all include everything. We don't prepare, make him they come because our Madam President no go fit do anything. Yes, our Madam President no go fit do. He's afraid of these people. He's afraid of Gumi and the rest of the other bandits because if he tell him 2007 is not assured for him.
Them say that go show sleep hotel in one stay. If income.
No. We don't prepare a place. When you get there, they go disturb and you don't allow. We will not go tell you. I will not be waiting. I go tell you for air now. Maybe when we see one on one, I go tell you. We don't already have them. Make him the country. to dance. No, we don't tire now. I beg, let him come, I beg.
It's okay. Thank you so much. We hear say the only place we fit am na Golden Tulip Hotel.
I'm telling you.
It isn't all right. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Chukuma, calling from Elata.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the problem is this. The people who voted to rule us, they didn't allow them to go to the office. Somebody did not vote. They have nothing. That's no manifesto. That's nothing. He has a mind. Look at what's happening in the state. Uzodinma has nothing at hand from fourth to first. So he has no plan. That's what is happening in this country. For our president to come in and say subsidy is gone, I will do this and this, up to now, he's getting to 3 years now. He has not done anything to show us this is what's happening. And the same thing, the military is looking at the commander-in-chief to tell them what to do. Even the man cannot even speak to us, tell us this is what's happening. You will send somebody to come and talk to us.
Okay.
We should first of all think well. We are not even thinking right. That's why the judge will just climb on top of Nigeria and sentence somebody life imprisonment without any evidence. For God's sake, how are we thinking in this country? Our president is not addressing us in all this thing that's happening. Whatever they say in America, they will come here and change it.
All right.
And then which one are we believing? Are we believing what Nigeria is saying? Are we believing what America is saying? Look, America has said they are coming here with military movement. What actually are we thinking, we Nigerians?
It's a very big question. It's a very big one. And that's why this person is saying that he strongly believes that this present government or administration is responsible for the heightening level of insecurity in the country. Please, it's time for the military to do what? You sabi that one. I leave the other one for you to read. David is saying if the terrorists kidnap Nigerian politicians is none of my business. After all, I'm not gaining anything from them. The president or the parents of the Chibok girls, I don't think they are worried. Yes. Are you telling me none of them have a very good phone to make live videos to show the world that they are worried and not happy about their daughters? I feel they have been compensated very well and have they've been asked to keep quiet.
No, I think when people
they no longer care.
When people send such message, they don't have human feelings. They don't have empathy. It is totally. It's an insult on those children and their parents.
Of course.
I take exception to such messages.
Of course. Why won't the president mercenaries and can you destroy what you are sponsoring? Why would the president have? It's okay. I hear you. If Adams Oshiomhole and other people are criticizing Atiku and Peter Obi that they cannot fix their party, then none of them can fix Nigeria. And I want to ask Adams Oshiomhole if Tinubu has been able to fix Nigeria. Okay. Indeed, Nigeria is in big crisis at the moment. The bloodletting and incessant killings going on in Nigeria is enough to traumatize anyone. Why can't this government stop these killings and protect its citizens? As for Nnamdi Kanu, he has another chance to appear. Why do we have two laws in Nigeria? One for a certain region and the other for the commoners. Nigeria is not a serious country until we have the right people in power. If not, we'll keep going in circle. Why do we keep making the worst of us to rule the best of us? Enough is enough! Edozie Naji sent that message. All right, let me talk to you. Hello, good morning here. Good morning.
Hello, Kambi Jude. Good morning.
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Abbas. I'm calling from Italy.
Italy, Abbas. Talk to us, Abbas. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, let's go. Talk to us.
Okay. Something I have to say this morning about our country, Nigeria. Insecurity. In life, when a country ruling people, they know the people sponsor insecurity, they cannot call them out, they cannot arrest them. How the country will stand? The country cannot stand. Because the country cannot stand. Our government know the people sponsor insecurity. Everything happen. They cannot arrest, they cannot call them out. There is not any effort they will do, they will stand. Because they know the people who sponsor insecurity, know every single at both police, both DSS, all of them, army. They know the people who sponsor it, they cannot call them out. Since see the people, arrest them, the country will stand. They are just deceiving people. So that is what I have to say this morning.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Judy, I thank God these Agbero issue collecting huge amount of money, from spoiled cars owners is getting out of hand. Please, Lagos State government should rise up and come against this rubbish. They collected 30K from me at Ikeja bus stop, Ikeja long bus stop, because my car belt got caught. Now, wow. May your belt not caught again. May your belt not caught in Jesus' name. Okay, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, some people.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah, Bates calling from your brother.
Talk to us, Bates.
You there, Kamen? Look at how your country is. How I wish all these terrorists they will start chasing all those those in power, those House of Rep, the senators, and the others. We will like it. I do think that they are the one that are kidnapping. They are doing all these things. We could have liked it because they know who is terrorist and who is not terrorist. Look at how Sheguni is working all about. Sheguni, do you want to tell me that Sheguni is not a terrorist? Someone that you used to go and negotiate with them and come back, government will give him some soldiers to follow him to enter inside bush and do all this. Hey, Jude, your country is gone. Your country is gone. Thank you very much.
Let me get him. Okay, good morning, Prince Chilaka and VOP family. Blame government for the Agbero and miscreant menace. Fashola didn't tolerate this rubbish at all.
Even Ambode did not. I'm telling you the truth. Ambode did not. It's gotten worse in Governor Shomolu's time.
It's a Fashola didn't tolerate this rubbish. He reduced it to the barest minimum and reduced roadblocks. Ambode also did as well, like you said. He even reduced checkpoints, sent VIO, road safety, and so on out of the road to reduce hardship. These are good governance. Amechi from Mafoluku. Plenty messages here. Architect Olalekon is saying, Prince Chilaka, these guys that mob owners of broken down vehicles are not Agberos. They are Omotaku. Am I right with that pronunciation? Private cars and commercial vehicles don't pay the same amount. If your vehicle is a loaded, articulated truck, they will bill you as much as 1 million naira. They will tell you it's security money for not looting your laden truck. Or else they will just loot it now. They'll pay 1 million, we loot it. You can confirm this from an operational trucker.
Yeah, no.
I observed this happening to one of my friends' fleet around Dokpemu. Yeah? Oh, wow. See, we will continue this conversation by 10:30. You know, go reach me talk. We need to talk about this issue, especially this Agbero. That's it for me this morning. We need to talk about it. Me, if I don't, the day funny enough, the day it happened to me too, I was trying to raise shoulder until the person I carry say, guy, if you
calm down.
If you don't calm down, I just reduce. When one guy near me, you see the odor will come from a mouth. You know that all those olden days latrine. Let's leave it. Lagos. Priscilla, I want to say thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I will be back by 10:30. 10:30 to 12. I'll be here. We'll talk more. I will now take your calls. Lagos, join me again. My name is Jude Ikami Jude. On social media, I am IKAMIJUDEH. It's just that. Okay, simple. It's one word. I love you all so much. I'll see you again by 10:30. Up next is Ogendibo. Good morning, Nigeria.
Please note, the views and opinions expressed on this program solely those of the individual contributors and do not necessarily represent the official views of the Voice of the People 90.